Hey, what up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode. Today we're talking about Antarctica and some aliens. Should be catching. See what's going on with it. But we start off with the beer of the day.
I already know it.
Today we got a Founders Mortal Bloom Hazy IPA. 6.2%.
That's a cool decoration.
Check this out. Give it a try.
Hazy IPA, buddy.
Thanks.
Might be getting hazy over here.
Woo.
Cheers to it, bud.
Cheers with it.
It smells good. I can smell it.
Yeah, right. Woo.
Wow, that's good.
It's a hoppy. It's good.
That is good.
It's basically IPA.
Ooh. It's a good one, y'all. It's a good one. That's
Mortal Blues.
delicious.
Good hazy spazy.
I hate that one too.
Yeah, right. Dude.
All right, y'all, let's get to it.
What you got on Antarctica with it, bro?
Antarctica.
I ain't never been. Have y'all?
Hell no. Well, people
We're even allowed to or something.
yeah, so, we're going to get into that.
Yeah.
All right, so the first person to reach the South Pole was Roald Amundsen.
Huh. Where he's from?
He is a Norwegian explorer who first planted the Norwegian flag there in December 1911. He beat the Brits by a month.
That's crazy. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
He got there on horse or what? I mean,
Oh, he had a hybrid powered ship.
hybrid powered wind and oar, sails and an oar or what?
I don't know, man. That's kind of trippy.
Yeah. Hybrid, he was saving gas.
Hybrid powered ship. Yeah, dude, he was going eco-friendly, man.
Mm-hmm.
It was it's probably Toyota. Yeah, that's weird. That's all it says, hybrid powered ship. So that's what he rolled up on. December 1911.
Well, I guess it's a good thing he didn't hit any icebergs. He would have sank like
Wow, dude. He'd have been out of there. He would have been out of there, dude.
Icebergs
Wonder
are kind
how-
of crazy too, because you only see a little tiny bit on the top, but it's huge down here.
Yeah.
It's wild.
So I wonder if he had like one of them wood things at the back to steer. It's crazy, man. People were doing crazy shit back in the day, man.
The big pirate
The big pirate wheel. Yeah, big pirate.
Your sails would turn, and that's how the wind would blow you different directions or something.
We need to look that up.
We're talking 1900.
Hybrid powered ship. 1911.
Yeah, that's
insane.
wild. That's wild.
That's insane. Antarctica is averagely the windiest place on Earth. Scientists exploring this southerly landmass have reported wind speeds that have reached up to 200 miles per hour.
Dang.
Antarctica's geography and climate means it gets a special kind of katabatic wind formed when air moves down a slope. In Antarctica, the mountain range paired against large, flat expanses makes for a dramatic wind combination.
That's wild.
It is wild.
So the wind kind of goes down the mountain and then gains a bunch of speed on the flatland.
Yeah, so I wonder if this is. See, I wish they had a date on that. Because you would assume like this is like a long time ago. This is affecting their equipment and shit big time. Probably.
Who's equipment?
The scientists
And the aliens.
and the aliens. Well, not the aliens, probably. Probably had a force field or something,
Yeah.
like a Jedi and shit.
So the scientists.
Hey, scientists might be aliens.
They work together.
They hang out in Antarctica.
No, it would be Eskimos, right? Because so damn
Eskimo scientists.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I don't know. I wonder if we could send to that. Oh, okay, here we go. The first person born in Antarctica.
Froze to death as soon as they were birthed.
They're still alive today because they're in a giant ice cube right now.
Right.
Was Argentine Emilio Marcos Palma. He had a good name.
4 names.
Yeah. 2 middle names. 2 middle names, 2 last names. And 2 first names.
Yeah.
There's a space between every one of those names, too. As a ploy to claim sovereignty over part of the continent, Argentina sent a pregnant mother there on purpose in 1977 so she could birth her child on a section of contested territory. To date, 11 babies have been born on the continent.
Wow. Only 11 babies.
Like, as of, like, from then to now. Or she.
Nah. Certainly not sheep, but just that's how many people have been born on Antarctica. So there's only 11 people. So if you said, hey, I was born in Antarctica, you'd be like one of 11 people.
That's crazy. So most people there moved there. I guess.
That's weird.
That is weird.
Like, where's the closest Walmart you can go buy your beer and stuff from, you know?
I don't know, man.
I bet, like, you wouldn't think that there's stores and there's not even trees or anything there. Right?
Well, there is. Well,
Is there? I don't know.
I think there is.
I've never been.
There's rainforest. We'll get into that.
Rainforest.
There's rainforest, I think.
Wow.
If I remember that correct. So there's a post office in Antarctica that's called the Penguin Post Office.
The penguin post. I wonder if there's a bunch of little penguins that walk up and grab your mail and slide down the mountain and deliver it to the fucking locals.
That'd be insane, man. It looks like a barn. You see, dude. See if they can see it, dude.
Oh yeah, that's wild.
Kind of, sort of.
Huh.
It looks like a barn.
Well, I don't think there's very many people living there, so.
Yeah. Port Lockroy on Goyder Island is home to the UK's most southerly public post office, lovingly known as the Penguin Post Office. The post office is operated by the UK Antarctic Heritage Trust, with around 70,000 cards being posted each year to over 100 countries. That's a lot, man. Post offices in other parts of the world are getting that in a day, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe more. Especially when holidays come.
Oh yeah.
They get it easy, man. They be chilling. They be chilling with the penguins, man. And the aliens are chilling.
I mean, I wonder if there's cars there.
I guess snowmobile
Yeah.
and dog and sled.
There you go.
And maybe if you become good friends with the penguin, might be sliding around or something.
Ride on his back.
Yeah, dude.
Stand on like
Snowboard.
Or
and shit.
snowboard.
Hey, there you go.
The mailman just goes around on the snowboard.
Yeah. His assistant's penguin, dude.
Right.
Antarctica used to be as warm as Melbourne. Not sure what Melbourne is.
Me neither.
Melbourne. Melbourne, right?
Yeah.
4.5 million years ago, Antarctica was warm and covered in palm trees. But in contrast, in 1983, the coldest temperature ever recorded on Earth was in Antarctica. A frosty negative 89.2 Celsius. So,
Yeah.
I wonder what that is Fahrenheit.
Dang. Super cold.
That's cold. That's super cold, dude. How do you even survive that?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, even with a bunch of gear and stuff.
You have to have those hand warmers.
Or you'd have to be like in like a hamster ball.
Hey, Amers.
What's up, Amy?
How's it going?
What's going on?
Hope you're warm, because it ain't warm in Antarctica. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Oh, shit. The band Metallica played a concert in Antarctica.
So
they're
the
allowed to
penguins?
On December 8th, 2013, the metal band Metallica played a concert in Antarctica, making it the first band to have played on all 7 continents in 1 year.
Oh, wow, that's wild.
Dude, that wasn't even that long ago. 2013.
I hope they had their flamethrowers, going up on stage and stuff like the whole time.
Everything was ice. How was the guitar strings like working and shit?
Right. The amps. Where do you get power from?
Generator?
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know, man.
That's wild.
I guess they gotta have electricians out there.
Yeah. I wonder what they pay.
Well, I do know that there's a guy that I met that told me that he went, I don't think it was Antarctica, but it was Alaska.
Yeah.
And so he was like with a company that you'd be there for like 3 months, And you couldn't leave the area. Like you could leave wherever you were working, but it was like a little mini city, and you couldn't leave that area until it was time like for you to go home or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And so paying big bucks.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I heard that Alaska, they even pay you like a year fee to live there.
Yeah. So like, it's almost like they pay you taxes.
Kind of.
Isn't that crazy?
That is weird.
I guess because they'd have nothing if you weren't there.
Right. They're just wanting to train you.
Because you can't. I don't think you could be lazy at a place like that. You'd have to be like doing shit, man. That'd be a hard life.
Yeah.
Even in Alaska, so Antarctica's even worse.
Right. I wonder in Antarctica though they got what do we call that? Aurora Borealis, the like northern lights or whatever.
Yeah, I wonder.
And so you can see like the cool green, purple, glowing skies and
maybe.
stuff. That's sweet.
Dude, that's badass. They might do. I don't know. Got to look that shit up. So there's an unfreezable lake. Deep lake in Antarctica is so salty that it cannot freeze, even in temperatures as low as minus 15 degrees Celsius. Its waters are 10 times saltier than the ocean, which competes with the Dead Sea. So I guess Dead Sea is number 2.
Wow, that's crazy.
Can't freeze.
I've heard of the Dead Sea. You can't sink. Like you're just floating on top. You can be sitting there like this, and you're just floating on top of the water because you can't sink in the Dead Sea because it's so salt, so dense. The water's so dense and salty.
Don't fall in that water, babe.
Well, then you can go to Antarctica. Now you can just be like walking on water.
That's a quick way to get famous, man.
There you go.
Yeah. There is no Antarctic time zone. Antarctica does not have its own time zone. Most of the continent experiences 6 months of constant daylight in the summer and 6 months of darkness in the winter. So time seems more fluid. Scientists and researchers tend to stay in the time zone of the country to which their station belongs.
What?
So they only go at a certain time of year.
So it's different times for everybody that's there, you know?
Yeah, I guess depending on where you come from.
What time is it for you?
Standing right next to each other.
Right.
Look at it. Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
That is weird.
That is weird. Antarctica is the only continent with no reptiles. Reptiles rely on their environment to stay warm, so it's simply impossible for reptiles to stay warm in Antarctica. You will, however, find the Antarctic ice fish, which have no red blood cells and are ghostly white in appearance. It says red blood cells are normally needed to carry oxygen. So they just don't even breathe.
They don't breathe?
I guess.
Or just oxygen-free fish? That's kind of weird.
That is very weird. It's very weird, man.
Wonder what they taste like. Guess you cut them open, they don't even bleed.
Maybe not.
Weird.
That's very weird. Antarctica has a ghost mountain range, completely buried beneath the thick Antarctic ice. The Gamburtsev Mountains stretch more than 1,200 kilometers, 745 miles,
Wow.
across the interior of the continent, with the tallest peaks around 2,800 meters, 9,000 feet.
Big mountains.
They are about 1/3 the size of Earth's tallest mountain, Mount Everest.
Wow.
But you can't see it. I guess it's hard
No,
to see.
yeah. Well, yeah, because they're buried under the ice.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So it's all like
Yeah.
flat right there, but they got mega mountains and stuff. That's pretty wild.
I wonder who found that.
Yeah, how do you know that? Well, I guess that people drill, you know? And
Yeah,
find, like,
Yeah, people dig around.
or they got like some kind of X-ray scanners, you know? Like they got ice. They gotta have something like that where a sonar thing or something that puts a signal down and it bounces back and you can tell exactly how far that is from the surface and.
Yeah, because they even use that for ice fishing. But you have to drill a hole first, I think, and then drop your thing down. Actually,
right.
I think.
Or maybe a submarine or something. You're
Maybe a
under the ice and you're going around in the submarine and you're like looking at the mountains.
Don't run into that motherfucker.
Cool. Yeah.
So you could rock climb underwater.
Yeah. Frozen.
Rock climb underwater, dude. Sounds kind of cool. There are 300 unfrozen lakes in Antarctica.
Unfrozen lakes?
300 unfrozen lakes in Antarctica.
They're all just salty or something?
In such chilly climates, you'd expect fresh water to freeze. However, Antarctica has approximately 300 lakes that can't freeze, as they're underground and remain above 0 degrees Celsius due to the heat from the Earth's core.
Yeah, maybe there's like volcanoes or something, you know,
there's an active volcano in Antarctica. Really? Yeah, we're about to film on it. Yeah, it's active. It's live.
Dang.
It's weird. So what happens if that thing goes off?
Yeah, then it melts all
And
the
then I'll go
ice.
back to palm trees and shit.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to Hawaii no more. You go to Antarctica. Maybe after that they'll let you go.
Yeah. Well,
We make some money.
How did these people get permission to go there that live there?
I don't know. I mean, if you have a pregnant wife or girlfriend, you just send her on her way.
Yeah.
Then whenever she gives birth, you can claim that as your territory.
Born over there, you know.
Yeah, you can number 12, dude.
Right?
Holy shit. That's wild. That's crazy. Antarctica expands to twice its size in winter. Antarctica grows in winter.
Well, yeah, because ice grows. So
Right.
like, if you had a cup full of ice,
Yeah, it'll be like
freeze it,
overflowing.
it'll be
Yeah,
solid.
which is kind of weird.
But I would think that they don't really have summers over there, you know? Yeah, I mean, in the summer there, it's still got to be friggin' freezing cold. I mean,
It's still got to be
icy.
cold, yeah. Like even the 6 months of straight daylight, it's got to be like cold as fuck. I guess that's summer for them.
That's when they go ice fishing. I guess you don't need refrigerators over there.
Hell no. Just leave your shit right there on the counter. Or outside.
But where do they get wood to build a fire and stuff?
I don't know.
Maybe they just use propane or something, like some type of gas or something, natural gas or propane or something.
Yeah. Yeah, because that doesn't freeze or nothing.
Well, because propane's already like super, super, super cold.
Yeah, yeah.
Very cold. In its liquid form, for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, even in its gas form, it's cold.
Yeah.
Like to the touch and shit.
Right. No, it'll burn you. You have to wear special gloves to be working with propane because it's so.
Yeah, it's like a
cold, it'll burn
frostbite.
you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
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 It's kind of like what they use to freeze warts and stuff.
Yeah,
Don't-
yeah, that's exactly what it's
like,
like.
nitroglycerin or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Super cold.
yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, so in winter, the Antarctic Sea advances from the continent by around 100,000 square kilometers, 40,000 square miles per day, ultimately doubling the size of Antarctica before melting again in the summer. They do have summer.
Kind of. So I guess it goes above freezing
Yeah.
and melts. That'd be weird. So you wouldn't want to go build your house in the winter. You build it on this ice spot, and then like, the summer comes, and whoop, there goes your
It's out
house.
there floating. Oh, shit.
Live on a houseboat, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. It might be cool though. And then like you just be moving without moving all the time.
Right.
It's like you just get frozen over here, and then you melt, and then you be over here, and then you get frozen over there, and then you just be like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
that'd be a good thing to do, man.
Yeah, I guess it's a nomadic place
Yeah.
to live.
Yeah,
You know, be moving around all the time.
But your address be changing all the fucking time.
Yeah.
They wouldn't know where to send you.
Yeah, where's the post? The post office, you got to go there and fill out change of address forms all the time.
Have you ever seen the show Life Below Zero? I used to watch the show.
I don't think so.
It's a better show. But I don't know. I don't think they were in Antarctica. They might have been in Alaska as well. But they were living below 0 degrees. And so it was like all these different people, like their strategy and like what they would do.
Eskimos in an igloo.
Yeah. So none of them had mailboxes though. So I guess you got to go to the fucking post office yourself and shit, or what?
Open up your little P.O. box.
Yeah, like this one dude, he had no motorized transportation. He had snowshoes. This motherfucker walked everywhere through the snow and shit.
Man.
Yeah. He was fighting off wolves, and they'd be like coming to fucking with him at his house and shit.
What?
Giant packs, like 40 wolves deep and shit. That was his life.
That's wild.
That's fucking nuts, dude. All by himself,
No
too.
way.
He didn't have one of the 11 babies that was born, dude.
Right.
Or none of that shit. Yeah, bro.
God. That's intense.
That shit's intense, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, what do you think? Cold is harder to live in than the heat? I think so.
Well, as far as body temperature and stuff, yeah, because you can survive, in 100 degrees pretty easy. But I prefer winter, say here, because you can layer up and be warm. Where in the heat, it's so hot, you can only take off so much and you're still hot.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I just feel like the cold, freezes the legs or whatever. And if it's snowing and icy, then good luck driving. And you know what I mean? I feel like the cold is much harder to survive.
Life, it's harder to find life to something to eat and all.
Yeah. Like, so what'd you even do?
Right. Ice fish.
So that same guy I was talking about, he came across a dead moose carcass, and because it was so cold, he was breaking the bones and eating the cartilage out of the bones because it was so good.
Oh, you have like bone marrow?
Yeah, bone marrow and shit. Yeah.
I love me some bone marrow.
Yeah, that shit is good. That shit is good, dude. Antarctica has a bloody waterfall. Check it out.
Oh, man. It's like lava.
Yeah.
It's weird, right? That is crazy.
That shit is weird.
I wonder what makes the water red.
Yeah, so in a remote corner of Antarctica lies a glacier that bleeds. The deep red water of Blood Falls. The deep red water of Blood Falls was first observed in 1911, but it wasn't until 2017 that scientists discovered the cause. The water flowing from Taylor Glacier comes from a subglacial lake high in salt and oxidized iron,
Oh, okay. So it's like
which
a
gives
rust.
the falls a bloody
Wow, that's
hue, is what they call it. Yeah. So it's like rust.
Yeah.
That's
The iron.
It looks like blood for real, though.
Yeah, deep red.
That's just fucking weird. Man.
That's interesting.
It took over 100 years for the cause of the red hue to be discovered. It took scientists 100 years to figure it out.
Well, because it took 100 years to walk there.
No shit. Or fucking ride a killer whale or something, dude.
Yeah.
Or a hybrid ship, dude. Apparently that's fucking been around a long ass time.
You would think that airplanes would be flying around it and see and spot something like that.
Yeah, like a helicopter or something. Yeah, that's weird, man. It really does look just like blood. The continent homes around 90% of the ice on Earth. The continent is twice the size of Australia, and the largest iceberg recorded is bigger than Jamaica. at 11,000 square kilometers,
Wow.
4,247 square miles. The ice equates to around 75% of the world's fresh water. Holy shit! So we'd be fucked without Antarctica, bro. We'd have 75% less fresh water.
Or we'd be
Living there, or
no, we'd be swimming if it melted. And that's what I've heard is if Antarctica melts, that's what climate control or global warming or what have you, that's what they're worried about is if it melts all the ice, then the whole world will be water.
Amy said bone marrow cooked right is amazing.
There you go.
Right. That shit is dang.
You ain't wrong.
That shit is good. Yeah. Yeah, so there is an active volcano in Antarctica. Antarctica is home to Mount Erebus, the southern most active volcano in the world, as well as the only known lava lakes, which have held liquid magma for eons despite the continent's frigid conditions.
Yeah, see, that's why.
So this is way.
Because, like, when lava hits water or whatever, that creates.
It's
That's
like
like how Hawaii was even.
Yeah, it's like a chemical reaction.
Yeah. It solidifies. It's like molten rock, you know?
Yeah.
And so once it cools, then it's rock. So it's pretty crazy that it can be that cold there and still have lava.
Yeah, so I wonder how that. I guess maybe the Earth's core keeps that shit warm too, because it's like inside, so that's like down in the ground, and it's like
Yeah, it's got like
A
a
cone.
pocket, like a tunnel, if you
Yeah,
something
yeah.
coming from the core that super hot.
that's trippy. It almost doesn't even look like a volcano. It just kind of looks like a mountain.
It's big.
Yeah, it's huge. An icy volcano, dude.
So I wonder when the last time it erupted was.
I don't know. I mean, maybe it hasn't. It says
You said it was inactive?
it's active.
Okay, well then it would be like erupted.
Yeah, it says it's
maybe
held
inactive
liquid
means it doesn't
magma
have-
for eons. So that's like I've only heard
I
that one
think
like
an eon
twice.
is like 1,000 years. Or
Yeah. So multiple thousands of years.
Wow. How did they know that?
Yeah. It's good.
When the first person that ever go there was 1911.
Maybe it was him.
Well, that wasn't 1,000 years ago.
Well, maybe he discovered
It
it.
was like 113 years ago.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So that I don't know. I don't know. They always say
The magma's been there
4
forever.
million years ago or something.
Yeah. This fossil is 10 million years old. How do you know?
There's got to be some sort of math that goes along with that or some shit.
I heard that maybe they're debunking that and that fossils aren't really as old as they think or whatever.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, maybe it's like a rough estimate. They're assuming been that long. So this is kind of funny. At the South Pole, every direction is north.
Yeah.
You're like at the end of the damn map or whatever, dude.
Right. Right.
If you stand at the South Pole, you are at the southernmost point of Earth. It doesn't matter which way you look, every direction is north. So if you're looking south, if you're going south, looking south.
Wonder where you compass does. It's just spinning. No matter where-
Every
no
time you
matter
turn,
where you go,
yeah,
no
it's
matter where
saying
you go,
north.
it's all, yeah. It's just pointing straight north everywhere you go. This thing's broken.
Yeah. So, how would you know you're at the southern point? The southernmost point of Earth. How would you know? If you were there and everything's saying north.
That is crazy.
I'd debunk it, dude.
Well, see, but the flat earthers, they say that Antarctica is a wall that goes around the entire flat Earth. It's just a giant ice wall, and so you can't go beyond it, and so that's the end. That's the edge of the world. It's so cold you can't climb it, and so that's just what the flat Earth, the lost flat earthers, whatever. Yeah, kind of crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. But if you go there, everywhere looks north.
Yeah, that's wild.
It's either very sunny or very dark for 6 months at a time. I thought we already read that.
Oh, okay, but that is interesting as well. So it's like Alaska.
Yeah. So
it's dark. 6 months, man. Yeah, I'd be going crazy.
I mean, even the 6 months of light, like it'd be super bright and sunny when you're going to sleep.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah. I mean, you could build a house with no windows or whatever, so you can.
Or you get some curtains and shit, I guess. Make it dark.
I guess you could.
I think
have light in your house.
Yeah, I think the 6 months of light would be better than 6 months of dark.
Yeah.
That'd be really eerie,
Yeah.
Because you got wolves and bears and all this shit. You know they're loving that.
So I wonder how many animal species are out there in Antarctica. You got maybe polar bears, Arctic wolves, Arctic foxes.
Yeah, see, I think they got more than one. Well,
Type of
I'm
bear.
not sure, but I think mainly polar bears, but as far as wolves, I think they got gray wolf and the Arctic wolf. They may be the same. I don't know if they're the same.
I mean, they may have wild dogs, huskies and stuff.
I mean, probably somebody's own or something.
Yeah.
You probably have to have a dog or two or whatever.
You won't.
I wouldn't want to not have some dogs.
Right.
They'll smell and hear shit before you do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's kind of your protection.
Right. Yeah. Because of Earth's tilt, the sun does not rise in Antarctica from the vernal equinox to the autumnal equinox, which means the continent remains dark throughout the entire winter season. Conversely, during the summer months, the sun does not set in Antarctica, which means it receives more sunlight than the equator during this time frame.
Oh, okay. So that's probably what melts the ice then. It freezes in the darkness,
Right.
It's cold.
Yeah.
Even if it could be 90 degrees and dark outside, and you're feeling comfortable. Let the sun be out and it be 90 degrees and it's uncomfortable, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like being in a tanning bed or something. It's not the heat, but it's the brightness and the light and shit,
Right.
The rays. Test of that.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, it's weird, man. An American scientist was the first and only person to find a match on Tinder.
What the?
One cold and lonely December night, an American scientist who was conducting research on Antarctica decided to log on to Tinder for fun. He wanted to see if there were any women out on the icy, lonely continent. After the scientist expanded the app's location radius, he found another researcher. Swiped right, and a few minutes later, they matched.
Yeah, Yeah, the only other person on Tinder in the whole continent.
After he expanded his radius, he was like maxed out.
How do you even have internet over there? Shit. Like they have cell phone towers and all this.
I guess so.
Well, I think that maybe you can get satellite internet. Elon's been working on that, where you can even have like cell service for free, you know, over like a satellite based deal. Pretty crazy. That would be the only way to me that you be able to.
Yeah, so there's no date.
Like, I don't think there's power plants out there and stuff, you know?
I don't know, man. There probably is. You think so?
Based on what?
I don't know. I mean, it's probably not like anything.
Windmills? If they got super strong wind, I guess they could have a windmill plant and, and use that solar in the summer. In the winter, you ain't getting no solar power.
Yeah.
It's dark.
Unless the moon's bright enough.
Nah.
The stars are bright enough and shit.
I bet you can see the stars hardcore.
Dude, I bet you can.
That's cool. See, when you're in the city at night, you look up, can't even see the stars.
Nothing, dude.
It's because there's so much light.
Yeah. Like street lights and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go out in the country or something, you see them like clear as day.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
Yeah. I'm ready for beer number 2. Mr. Founders, Mortal Bloom.
Well, I don't know, dude. I might have to get one too then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
It is pretty good.
Dude, it's delicious.
Got a good hoppy, citrusy flavor.
In case y'all want to know, dude. In case y'all want to know what it's about, dude, that's where it's at, right there.
It's sweet.
I'm telling you right now. This is good. This is good, man. Alright, Antarctica is classified as a desert. And you can find the driest place on Earth.
Wow. Antarctica's the driest place. Drier than the Sahara.
The driest place on Earth?
Grab the snow and eat it and it'd be like water?
I mean, I guess technically you can.
Maybe not.
But I guess technically snow's not wet. Technically, snow is kind of solid.
Well, unless you touch it with your
Bare hands
warm.
and shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Or melt it.
Or melted. Yeah.
I guess it would still be considered dry, though.
Yeah, it says the driest place on Earth is in Antarctica, in an area called the Dry Valleys, which have seen no rain for nearly 2 million years.
How did they know that? Oh, it was here 2 million years ago and time travel. Someone traveled in time. That's
Somebody's doing it, dude. That's why they made that movie, Back to the Future.
Yeah.
It was that guy. He's a scientist out there. He got the Tinder match and all that. No, that's like goofball, dude. Furthermore, due to its low precipitation, Antarctica is classified as a desert.
Yeah, see, I can see that, though, because if it rains, then it would be piling up that ice, and it would just be growing and growing and growing off the sides, you know, so it'd be intense if it was raining there.
Yeah, it'd be raining icicles. Could you imagine that?
Well, it's called hail.
Shit. Oh, yeah. I guess you're right. You never know, man. It's so cold there. It'd be like sharp icicles all over your roof. You have a bunch of holes in your roof and shit.
Hail damage will screw your roof up, too.
Yeah.
Dig your car in, all this.
Yeah, so it's probably a good thing. Probably a good thing, man.
Well,
That
yeah.
should be taking some motherfuckers out.
Yeah, you'd be like ice. If you lived there or whatever, and it rained, you'd be stuck in your house. It'd be like freeze all your doors shut.
Can you imagine that? You try to open your door and it's like,
Yeah.
fuck, dude. You breaking the window to get out and shit?
Yeah.
Fuck.
But they don't even have windows. It's just frozen ice. You can see through it. You know, it's just an opening, and they pour water.
Yeah.
They have like a little frame outside.
Yeah.
They put water in it and stick it up.
Dude, that's fucking genius.
Oh yeah.
That's just genius, man. Yeah, dude. I don't know, man.
That's wild.
Yeah, so like even like a desert at night gets super cold.
Yeah, it does.
So that's weird.
But it wouldn't be that way there because it's daylight all summer
Right.
and dark all winter.
Yeah, so I think regardless, it's cold.
Yeah. Yeah. You're not going out there laying out, getting a suntan in the middle of summer. You know?
I mean, maybe, dude. It could be nice and bright, man. You get the little mirror thing?
Well, yeah, I guess.
Maybe, dude. Maybe, dude. 7 species of penguin can be found in Antarctica, and some are speedy.
Or what?
Speedy.
Speedy?
Yeah.
Super fast penguins?
I guess.
That's what the cops radar. They shoot the radar. We
But,
got one.
hey, that's a good question. You think they got fucking cops and shit?
I don't know what their
They
population.
probably have like a one sheriff.
Yeah.
Well, they're, I don't know. Population probably has nothing to brag about. 11 people being born there and shit.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You got like 2 people living there right now or something. It'd just be a scientist there doing science, and then he comes back to whatever country he's from, and the time is whatever the time is where he's from, you know. So
Yeah, so everybody, Antarctica's a trip, man. It can be whatever time you want. You fucking go somewhere, 11 people have been born.
yeah, that'd be pretty cool if you were like, "Hey, I'm born in Antarctica." What?
Yeah, you rush to the hospital and you're like, my wife's about to have a baby. And they're like, oh, fuck, we don't know what to do with that.
Yeah, I don't think there's.
We've only done this 3 times.
That's great.
Shit, man. Yeah, so there's a Deli, chin strap, Gentoo, king, macaroni, rockhopper, and emperor penguins can all be found on the icy continent.
Who in the world is naming these things?
Well, I mean, there's probably not too many people to pick from.
Yeah. Simply Extreme, what's up?
Yeah, so the Gentoos are the speedy ones. They can take off in the water. When diving, they've been known to reach speeds up to 22 miles per hour. Shit, dude.
That's faster than any human can run. Wow.
I don't know. You say Bolt, buddy.
Maybe Bolt, he can run, I don't know how fast.
I think he can run 23.
Really?
I think so.
That's fast.
He's got the fastest speed.
I don't know. I think maybe someone just broke his record.
Seriously?
I think.
He might have broke his arm.
I think it's
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
All right. We support women. Yeah, dude. So that was that for that right there. But we got more. Oh yeah, so there's in Antarctica they have spiders the size of dinner plates.
What? Jumping camel spiders, bro? Because, yeah, I mean, they live in the desert.
Okay. But
How do they know that they're size of dinner plates, though? Because they're eating them? This one for dinner, it fits on the dinner plate? What?
it tastes just like a lobster.
Yeah. Tastes like chicken.
I think they're in the water.
Oh,
I think they're in the
spiders.
fucking water.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
So they're crabs. Crab spiders.
Yeah. So they fucking are beneath the ice in the water.
Oh, yeah.
And so they're one of the unusual species that have adapted to that environment and shit.
That's crazy. They got gills and shit.
Fuck, I don't know. I guess maybe they come up for air and they're like a fucking turtle or something.
Or they're like the fish that live out there that don't have no red blood cells.
There you go.
You know, because I don't think insects they don't have blood really, right?
I think they did.
Really?
I think so.
I've never squashed a spider and it had blood.
I've squashed
It's like goo.
Yeah. So that's like their
Most
blood.
bugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's like their blood or whatever. That's weird. It is weird. Yeah, bugs are kind of weird, man. Yeah, so Antarctica previously was a warm region. So previously had rainforests.
10 million years ago.
Over millions of years. That's what it says.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird, dude.
Maybe that's where Atlantis is. So you go down deep enough in Antarctica's waters, and there's a big air bubble, and it's like a forest, and they're all like breathing beautiful air and have all this different fruit and all this.
Yo, what's up, Simply Extreme? What's going on, dude? Oh, yeah, so there's a giant hole in Antarctica. A hole the size of Ireland.
Oh, God, don't fall in that.
That'd be fucking hard not to, dude. A hole the size of Ireland opened in Antarctica in 2017, known as a polynia. The hole is nothing new, except with a span of 78,000 square kilometers. It's the largest hole to be observed since the 1970s, and the first one to open in 40 years.
That's kind of crazy.
Found in the Weddell Sea of the Southern Ocean. The polynia was formed due to the warmer, saltier water found in the deeper parts of the sea. The warm water is pushed up by the ocean's currents, melting the ice on the surface. As the water comes in contact with the cooler surface water, it sinks again, only to be reheated and pushed back to the surface. So that's how that hole is being created.
I jump in it.
Shit.
Parachutes.
In the water.
Well, it's a hole. So there's no water there. It's like surrounded by water, but the size of Ireland. Just hang glide.
Dude, you're talking fucking huge.
Huge hole.
So what if that motherfucker just keeps getting bigger?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's where the aliens are at. They got their own little base there, and it's a hole.
Right.
They can go zoom.
You might be right, buddy. Yeah, dude, that's weird, bro.
Yeah.
It's weird. Antarctica is a gold field for meteorites. Although meteorites can fall all over the Earth, they're easy to find in Antarctica, as the cold, dry conditions preserve the rocky fragments.
Oh, that's cool.
The dark meteorites are also easier to spot on the stark white surface
Yeah.
of the ice. They're almost always extraterrestrial rocks, as few rocks form naturally on the ice sheets of Antarctica. The East Antarctic is particularly ripe for meteorite findings, as the massive ice sheet has stayed still long enough to have its top layers evaporated by the sunlight and strong winds. In 2013, a team of Japanese and Belgian scientists discovered the largest meteorite found in East Antarctica in 25 years. The extraterrestrial rock weighed an incredible 18 kilograms.
Yeah. 18,000 pounds. No.
No, it's like,
a kilo's like 2 pounds.
yeah, something like that.
like
So it's like 50-ish pounds or something.
36,000. 36,000 pounds.
I think so, bud.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, I think you're right. It's like 2 pounds. So
Yeah, it's like 2 pounds for 1 kilogram.
it'd be like 50 pounds.
Yeah, something like that.
That's
But that's a big ass rock
nice.
from fucking not Earth.
Uh,
Shit.
I mean, a 50-pound rock getting that big.
Well, I mean, for a meteorite to be going through the Earth's surface and our layers of all this shit.
Yeah, the atmosphere and all that.
Yeah, like a lot of meteorites enter Earth and burn up before they even
Yeah,
reach the
they
ground.
disintegrate. Yeah, because it's very hot.
Yeah, so that means that thing was huge and turned that small through all that shit, and then boom. So yeah, so it's like on fire, hits the ground, and is getting cooled off immediately and shit. And then fucking Jimmy John Swag goes and finds it. Aliens, Nazis, and the Lost City.
Alien Nazis?
Don't know. Aliens and Nazis and the Lost City. Okay, so before I read this, I'm going to tell a story. My dad told me a story of World War II. Or World War
The Nazis. Well, World War II was Nazi bound.
Okay, so it must have been World War II.
I don't know.
So, I don't know why. We went to the U.S., apparently, went to Antarctica because they were there. So we were trying to take what they had or whatever. I don't know what it was. We fucking showed up in Antarctica. And I think that they had the high ground. It was just like whenever we, invaded and shit, Germany and shit. And so, I guess we were running up on them or whatever. The U.S. was, and UFOs started popping up out of the ground and were shooting laser beam things at the U.S. guys, but it wasn't hurting them. It was just boom. Like, if somebody got hit by it, your gun didn't work. You're fucked after that. The beam hit you, your gun stopped working. So everybody started running off.
That's weird.
It's some story my dad heard or whatever, I don't know. But apparently they had some agreement with these aliens or some shit. They were on the same page, or I don't know. But that was just some story my dad told me a long time ago and shit.
Yeah.
That's weird. I don't know.
That is weird.
You never know what's fucking true. No, dude. Alright, but this thing's saying Antarctica is a breeding ground for mystery, and it's had its fair share of conspiracy theories over the years. Every year, there are dozens of reported UFO sightings, while Google Earth has captured some unusual activity. Said to be the work of aliens. It's a hotspot for alien hunters, so keep your eyes peeled for any bizarre green lights in the sky. The mystery of Antarctica continues deep below its surface, where no one has gone before.
Where the hole is.
Where the hole is, buddy. It is said that the lost city of Atlantis is hidden beneath the kilometers of ice.
See?
There it is, dude.
Crazy.
The city would have thrived when Antarctica was a warm, tropical region and would have been buried after the Ice Age froze the continent. Hitler did have a passion for the occult, and he was searching for something in Antarctica. The Nazi Germans built a station in Antarctica. However, it was abandoned 70 years ago after the crew was poisoned by polar bear meat. They're fucking eating polar bears and shit, bro.
Your polar bears are venomous?
Yeah. You must have ate something that you can't eat.
Huh.
Although the theory has been disproven, it doesn't stop the speculation on what lies beneath Antarctica's mysterious surface. The Great White Continent is the most baffling and unexplained corner on Earth, and despite the dedicated efforts of scientists around the world, we may never know all its secrets.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like the ocean, dude. Like, we know, 15% of the ocean or something.
Yeah.
After all this time and all this shit.
Exactly.
And we're all up in the ocean, dude. The Navy and shit.
Yeah.
Everybody's Navy. Fuck.
Right. Sonar and all this, different things that you can measure deep things and find things, and we've explored a lot, but when you go so deep, the pressure, it just depends. Like there was that group of guys that was on that exploration submarine or whatever, and it got so
Pressurized.
it just collapsed, and then they all died, and no one ever.
Yeah, I watched a video. It was like a simulation of that happening, and so it's like I don't think anybody felt pain.
No,
It's like an instant boom. It's like it's out of there, dude.
Yeah.
I don't even think they found any remains or anything, right?
Nah. Yeah, it's just sunk down to the bottom of the ocean,
Right.
So the next guy had to go try to find it. I think maybe they'd have had like some kind of like drone, aquatic drone kind of thing, that's gone down there and maybe saw some parts of it or something, because they were obviously trying to figure out what happened,
Right.
and all that. Pretty crazy.
That's wild, dude.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Antarctica, the desert.
Yep. That's all I got, dude.
Is it?
That's it. Antarctica's very weird, man. Strange place, dude.
Antarctica is
Strange
wild.
places, strange things.
And everything.
With strange people.
Very strange. You can find a Tinder match.
You can, dude. You can Tinder it up over there and shit, bro. Fucking nothing stops Tinder, bro.
Right.
Tinder's a fucking. That's just rolling, bro.
That's wild.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, cool. So we're wrapping it up.
Yeah, we're wrapping it up. Hope y'all enjoyed it.
That's about it. That's what we
Antarctica,
That's
y'all.
what we learned. Hope
Y'all
y'all
want some
enjoyed.
good shit right here? You gotta get that shit right
Drink
there.
you some Founders, Mortal Bloom. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, appreciate it, y'all.
Until next time.
Thanks for the comments. Leave a like.
Peace.
Peace out with it, y'all.